Good evening. Welcome to our event tonight. Just to confirm, you're here for the adoption event and also the Pokemon Care class. Wonderful. Good. So I think what we'll do is we'll start. We're going to go through this individually with each participant. So this is your scheduled time. We find that the Pokemon are just more receptive to new trainers when it's more of a one-on-one setting. Okay, is that okay? Great. Okay. Do you have your Pokédex or your trainer card? Okay. See that? Okay. Okay, that does seem to be in order. Here you go. Perfect. Well, can you tell me what exactly are you looking for in a Pokemon? So, as you're aware, all the Pokemon here they've been abandoned by previous trainers, and they're in a little bit of a delicate spot, okay? They have recovered, and now they're sort of looking for their forever home, okay? Okay. Do you have a particular type that you would like to seek out? I will admit that we are a little heavy on the grass, but we do have a fair amount of variety. Okay. Right now we have, luckily, a smaller selection, but we do get new ones from time to time. So if you don't click with all of them, we can always do another session at a later time. And then I'm Professor Morika, so feel free to give me a call. This is my home base, so I'm here with the Pokemon at all times, okay? Good. Yes, we really research the bond between trainer and Pokemon and how that affects their long-term well-being. Yes. We also like to research the effect of the bond on the trainer themselves. Yeah. We do find that trainers that bond with Pokemon for long periods of time tend to experience better health benefits. And vice versa for the Pokemon as well. They do experience an increased lifespan as well as, less adverse effects and health issues. Well, let's see. How about I just bring in the first Pokemon and we'll talk about them. Whichever one you choose, or if you do choose, we'll talk about care for that Pokemon. Okay, good. Since you said that you did not have a particular type, I think I'll just show you one by one and you can decide if any of them kind of click with you, okay? No, a lot of trainers actually find that the Pokemon will choose them. That's right. You can feel very good if a Pokemon chooses you. That's right. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll bring the first one in here, okay? They're kind of all in a little pen here, so I'll grab the first one. This one is a bit shy, I'll admit. So this is an Alcremie. She is very shy, and she's a fairy type. She does appear to be looking at you quite a bit, so she has a very soft exterior, okay, and she does have a couple of evolutions if you're looking to, bring her up and level her. These are all able to be trained, for battle and things like that. They're not traumatized in any way. So feel free to think of them along those lines if you'd like. otherwise, contests or just companionship is perfectly acceptable. Okay? Good. So this one is sort of a cream color. She's all creamy for sure. She has 2 small strawberries on the very top, and it sort of comes up to a point on there like that. And then we turn her around and she's got a small little bow on the back with some pink swirls along the body. Once you get to know her, she is quite friendly, okay? This one we've dubbed just a little sweetheart, okay? She's very, very shy, so she had a trainer pick her up, and they were together for, I believe, only 5 weeks before they abandoned her here at the Poke Center. We found her on a doorstep with a note. So at first she was sort of looking for her trainer to come back. They have not. So we've decided it would be best to try and pair her with a new trainer so that she can kind of move on, okay? Yes, she's very soft. Very, very soft. What do you think of this one? She's lovely. Good. Let's check out a few of the other ones, okay? I'll set you down there, sweetheart. Oh, stop playing with that. Okay, good. Okay, this one is a classic. We have actually several evolutions for this one, but this is an Eevee. Okay, they have a wonderful soft kind of neck ruffle here. This one is a bit mischievous, I will say. Lots of trouble she's gotten into, but we're very confident once she finds her forever home, she will settle down a little bit. Okay, good. What do you think? She has 2 lovely ears that come out to the side. Dear, how soft that sounds. Perfect. Perfect, good. And she has little tusks right on the top. And she has very large, round eyes. If you do go with this particular Eevee, I would definitely secure any garbages you have in the house. She likes to dig inside those. We've learned that at the center here, to keep her clear of those. They're very, she's very mischievous. So, but otherwise she's quite lovely, okay? She's a perfect specimen of an Eevee. Very fluffy full tail, nice tan and cream color there, just about as perfect as you'd get, so she would be very suitable for contests. However, she has a fierce fighting spirit, and of course, as you know, Eevee is the evolution Pokemon. She can evolve into many different types, so if you're looking for a particular type, or you don't even know maybe what type you want, she would be an excellent choice. And she's very sweet. Despite her mischievous side, I think you would get along swimmingly. Good. Well, let's put her down and we'll get the next one. Alright, the next one here is a Pichu. So Pichu is an electric type, and honestly, he's just a sweet little guy. This one we don't know if they had a trainer. They just showed up at the center and sort of refused to leave. So we do have a very prominent Pikachu population just outside the center, so we're assuming it came from them. We're not 100% sure on the parents, but he seems to be very friendly and is very interested, I think, in being a human-trained Pokemon. So, yeah, there's really not much more to say about this one. Very good-natured, especially for an electric type. As you know, they do evolve into Pikachu, and then if you have a Thunderstone, you can get a Raichu. This one is not an Alolan, so it'll just be the standard for sure. Very cute though, isn't it? Okay, very big ears on this one, a little more black than on Pikachu. Pikachu has the brown on the tail that goes to the yellow, and this is more just black and yellow. He just loves little belly rubs too. He's very adorable. Very, very adorable. Just like that. So, good choice for you. It's also a very young Pokemon. Just looking for a good home, okay? Okay. What did you think about any of those? Okay. I see. Good job. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over a few grass types we have. So we have a Chikorita. Chikorita's very strong personality, this one. She likes to attack first and ask questions later, if that makes sense. So, it's best if we find somebody that doesn't have a lot of other Pokemon, as well as, Chikorita should need to kind of feel connected to you as well. So this one would be a very tentative sort of thing, depending on how she feels about you, okay? But very sturdy. She has a lovely light green coat, big beautiful eyes, and she really loves scratches, just like most of our Pokemon. So, very good leaf, well intact. So this one, her trainer could not handle her, so they ended up bringing her here to the Pokemon Center, just to see if we could find somebody more suitable. So she was rather attached to her other trainer, however, and she does miss them. So again, we'll have to find somebody that's very suited for Chikorita, okay? How do you feel about that one? You'll have to see, okay? Good, good, good. Alright, this one is a newer one. So this is a Sprigatito. She's a grass type. She will evolve later on to develop some dark type, but very cute. And this one is very sweet. This one was abandoned by her trainer. A few other trainers brought her in. She had been waiting for her trainer to come back, but they did not show up, so they feared for her health, so they brought her here. She's been a little mopey, of course, but usually a good scratch will cheer her up pretty good, okay? We feel like adopting her out is a good choice, so she can really build a new bond with a new trainer that's going to be in for the long run. Yes, we fear her trainer thought maybe she was a little bit too weak. So, although we found her skills to be quite good, so we're still not 100% sure, but that's her story. But she loves those little scratches. So she has a lovely sort of mask here in the front of darker green, and a lovely little ruffle in the front there. She has dark green ears, and a fluffy little tail, so she's quite lovely. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just give her lovely little scratches. But very sweet girl, very sweet girl. Next here we have Morika. So this guy is very angry a lot. This one we would offer a caution, okay? We will say he is maybe not as rehabilitated as we would like. This one also abandoned. We did find this one living on the streets of the city, so we brought him in to see if we can help him out. So he does have a little bit of anger issues. If he does not get his special treats, he does cause a pretty big ruckus. So he is a dark electric type, and this is his most angry form. But I promise you, if you treat him well, he'll be much happier. He didn't get his treats this morning, so he's very angry. So hopefully he calms down pretty soon, but we're just gonna put him over here for a little bit. So if you're interested in more Pico, you might want to come back at a later date just to see if we can get him to calm down into his more normal form. So we also have a few EV evolutions, actually, surprisingly. Usually these are pretty, easy, but these next three, it sounded like they sort of accidentally evolved, or maybe their trainers changed their mind and decided they didn't want this EV evolution. So rather than just accepting it, they decided to abandon their Pokemon. So this is a Vaporeon. This is a water type, very strong, good Pokemon. But the trainer didn't want a water type, so a little irresponsible, I think, of the trainer, but unfortunately these things happen. So this one, however, is fairly good-natured and I think would accept a new trainer fairly quickly, so feel free to peruse this one. This one loves a good bath, some beautiful ridges. And then also a wonderful little face ruffle. For him, so he also has these lovely ears that have webbing on them so that he can swim. He's an extremely fast swimmer with a wonderful tail and a very strong, okay? So this is a wonderful addition to anyone's team. Yeah, he's just very good-natured. Let's see. Come here, you. There we go. Another EV evolution. This one's a little on the older side, okay? Not quite as spry as they once were, but unfortunately the trainer decided they were getting a little too old and they abandoned them. It's not uncommon for older Pokemon to end up in these kinds of sessions, so we hope that the bond will be strong enough for owners to continue to care for them for their lifetime, but we do occasionally have these. We do sometimes happen where the owners pass away, but that was not the case in this one. But very, very sweet girl. Again, a little on the older side, but well-mannered, still quite strong. This is a Leafeon, so they are a grass type. They love a good grass. Her ear scratch. There we go. So they have a lovely time with that. And then she has a very lovely swirl and her iconic leaf tail there. So very good girl. would make an excellent addition to anyone who wants a good companion, but is maybe not looking for too much battling, or maybe even a little old for contests, I think, but that's okay. She still has plenty of love to give. This one is a Jolteon. This one's very big. I think the owner was surprised by the Jolteon. Didn't really care for the energetic personality that came along with it. So they ended up giving them to us. And hopefully we can find a new owner. But very wonderful boy, just very energetic. So make sure you have a lot of time for walks and battling. I think this one would suit somebody that is looking to do a lot of battling. They are very strong, but also loving, okay? They help take care of some of the other Pokemon at the center and have really been a wonderful asset to our team here, so. But lots of energy. Jolteon is always looking for something to do, and if there is nothing to do, that sort of manifests into a little bit naughty behavior, but like I said, with somebody that's looking for a lot of battling, I think this would be right up your alley. Perfect. Okay. Let's see, we have one more. Come over here. And this is our only fire type tonight. So, we usually get a lot of fire types here, but they've all been adopted out, so that's been really wonderful. But right now we have this Vulpix. Not too much is really known about the Vulpix. This one just ended up on our porch, or our doorstep, and it was very sick. Stayed in the Pokemon Center for a long time, and we sort of rehabilitated it, but it is still very much on the shy side. It likes to snuggle a lot, so this one might be good for somebody looking for a companion instead of a battler. However, a contest might be alright. It doesn't really have that fiery personality that most of the fire Pokemon have, so if you're looking for the looks of a good fire Pokemon without that sort of sassy personality, this Vulpix would be a wonderful addition. Good. But she has a beautiful tuft and that gorgeous orange fur, and of course her tails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course she evolves into a 9-tails. Beautiful. Beautiful. What do you think? So those are all the ones that we have available at this time. Were there any that really struck out to you? Is there any that you felt like you really connected with? Okay. That's a very good choice, I think. Okay, well let me grab that one and we can just do a little care and see how you're feeling, okay? Okay. Okay, so this is the Chikorita. So again, she's gonna have to maybe see if she really connects with you. So I think what we'll do, if you're looking to really adopt this one, we would maybe give it to you on a trial period. If at the end of the trial period she's still accepting you well, we'll go ahead and adopt her out at that point. Is that okay? Okay, good. So with her, she has got these sort of like ridges of bumps there. She loves to have them just scratch like that. You are also going to want to care for the leaf, okay? The leaf should stay in perfect shape. If you get a tear or a break on the leaf, that is okay. It will repair on its own, but you're going to have to take great care. However, they're usually very strong, okay? You don't have to worry about tearing it too much. Tears or weakness is usually the result of poor nutrition. So you want to make sure you get good poke block and feed a balanced diet, okay? If you have any questions about nutrition, you can always come back to the center. Again, I am Professor Morika. I can help you out at any time. We also have a lot of great apprentices, okay? There's a few of them that really specialize in food. There is a lot of dispensaries as well that will allow you to make your own food if you're into that sort of thing. But otherwise, there's plenty of pre-made as well, okay? Good. Steer clear of any human food for Pokemon, of course. That goes without saying, but very bad for their health, okay? So this one is in a very good shape and right now is quite healthy, okay? She does seem to be very excited about you, so that's a very good thing. So make sure that you brush her at least once a week. Keep all those knots and tangles there. Also, if you do choose to battle her, make sure she rests in between each and also rests within her Pokeball. She does seem to be doing quite well in the Pokeball, so she should be doing well for you as well, okay? Good. Bathing can happen as often as you are able to. She loves to be in the water, and can definitely do that at any time, okay? Make sure you're also exercising her plenty. She should be discharging any of those leaves and things as often as you can, okay? Good. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you then. Okay, yeah, she really does seem to like you quite a bit. Let me grab your paperwork. So I'm going to document that you are on a trial period with Chikorita. And we'll be giving you a call in about a week, okay? Okay, can I get your Pokédex number one more time? Okay. Perfect. Okay. We are going to provide you with a complimentary bag of Pokéblock, as well as an introductory case for how to take care of your Pokemon, what to do if you have any questions, and of course our contact information should you have any need of us, okay? Wonderful. It was wonderful to work with you, and I'm so happy that we could find a Pokemon that worked well for you. You have a wonderful night, and we'll be contacting you again in a week, okay? Wonderful. Good night.